Hello, and welcome to another episode of playing Crusader Kings 3 using the hardest possible rule set, starting in 867 as a stewardship-focused landless adventurer. This is now our fourth episode. Things have generally been going according to plan, except in our prior episode we had found a wife. Unfortunately, she died during childbirth, lost both her and the child. And so at the moment, we do not have a wife, we do not have an heir. We're 37, we're still in excellent health, largely bolstered by some of the bonuses we get from being a landless adventurer. But we really need to find a wife and have some heirs just so we can make sure that if this character dies from plague or something else, we don't have a game over. We are going to Let's go to this church holding, see if we can get any more contracts. We are a scholar purpose camp, so stewardship and learning. Our contracts are great for us. That's really what we're looking for. Though again, what we're really looking for now is a wife, more than anything else, I think. And then, secondarily, we're sort of seeing how the political situation plays out. Particularly, we have two scourge conquerors right next to us here in Alba and Denmark. Currently, Denmark is attacking Alba for West Francia. Alba is also defending against Wales, which is a third scourge conqueror in the area. Looks like Wales took advantage of Denmark attacking Alba for Wales to attack Alba for England. So we do have three scourge conquerors we have to worry about in our immediate vicinity. Let's see if there are any others around. See, Alba, Wales, Novgorod, Rurik is also a scourge conqueror. So yeah, we have three quite close to us, and then another one over here. Al Angelus is held together so far. Just taking a glimpse around. China has exploded as it almost always does in 867. Chola starts with a conqueror, which on these settings becomes a scourge conqueror, so not surprising. They almost always do well. It looks like Denmark is the big success story so far. It could be that what we end up doing is becoming Denmark's vassal. Originally, this had been the capital of the Kingdom of Lotharingia, but that was absorbed by Denmark. Now it's just a county holding. It's like, yeah, Denmark's capital is over here in Denmark. Not surprising, where they started. It is a Sigurdur Snake in the Eye still, who starts as however this duchy is pronounced here, Sajaland or something. I'm sure someone will correct me. I'm happy to learn the correct pronunciation. Anyway, for us, I guess let's go back to this castle holding, and then we will continue doing our contracts. 73-year-old certainly is not who we need in terms of a wife. Likewise, these women are, that's unfortunate. If she were 20 years younger, she would be great. If this woman were 20 years younger, she would be great. Alas. We'll do some contracts and just keep an eye out for trying to find a potential wife. But it's gotten to the point where it's a little bit concerning now. We do get health advantages as a landless adventurer, but we are 37, which would mean that if we had a child like right now, it wouldn't be until we are 53 before that child came of age. And we'll probably live to 53, but it's not young. Like that decision there, even though it's only a 5% chance of dying, we just can never take it because it's too risky. Huh. Interesting. But probably not really. I mean, I don't think we're necessarily looking to take over an entire kingdom. At least not a large one. We could take over Phrygia, which is, we are Dutch, so that's of special interest to us. Though also we could get land somewhere, anywhere else. Just because we're Dutch, we probably do want land near the coast, since the Dutch cultural traditions give a lot of benefits to land located on the coast, and building trade ports and so forth. So we'll tutor a child, and that should be enough for the visiting the holding to reset. Then we get more contracts and try to recruit a wife and all that. Here, just looking for the highest chances of success. To Denmark. Denmark did win its war against Alba. Wonder how the Alba-Wales war will work out. Okay, so this is another holding that we constructed. Here, I don't think we're looking to take over any counties yet, at least. So I think we'll just take the the dividends. That's really what we're looking for. And as well as the prestige is nice. We get the legendary figure. Hopefully we get better contracts. We may want to start moving up toward Denmark at this point. See if we can do some contracts for Sigurdur Snake in the Eye himself, and maybe get enough gold to have him grant us some land or buy some land from him. I think here, let's do this high tier contract somewhere. What do you want? Okay. No one we could recruit, or no one we could marry, I should say. Emissary, okay. Guess we can hit a point of interest or two on the way there, maybe on the way back. All right. I think that looks good. There you see one of our cities that we built is paying dividends. We could build another one here. Let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully that has a reasonably high development. It does not. Well, alright. So maybe that wasn't the greatest decision to make before looking at it, but whatever. Another nice chunk of gold there from Charles the Bald, despite him being under a great deal of pressure. He's been in poor health for a while, and now he's about to lose the rest of his kingdom to Snake in the Eye. Wow, that is expensive. Jesus. I guess we'll see what it looks like. At least you get some renown. I am up for some traveling. Oh, only... I don't know that I need a book on diplomacy for 300. It's just expensive. We'll go create this work of learning. Definitely do all 5. We should have a very high chance of success on this, though you never know. I like using our stewardship because it also gets us gold if we're successful. As always, you'll love gold. Even got an increase in my stewardship. Just thinking here about what to do. I guess we'll take this easy contract. Yeah, that's the money for the order wheel. I guess we'll do this. That seems like a mistake, but I guess we have a lot of inspired people now. I think none of these are rescue a fair maiden, which would be nice at this point. maybe it is time to start moving up toward Sigurdur Snake in the Eye and try to do some jobs for him. And, well, that's unfortunate. Lost some followers to the some man-eating animal. And again, it sort of goes to the point that I just have to be quite cautious in what I do because I don't have an heir. But yeah, so what we are doing now is we're going to be moving toward Snake in the Eye. See if we can do some contracts for him and get his opinion of us up and buy land from him or otherwise. I mean, she has great stats, but she's 43. Not great stats. She has great learning. The other stats aren't that good, actually. And what's unfortunate here is, I built up all these contacts in this area. Now I'm, leaving it, but I think that's just the nature of how things work. We'll go sell this boundary dispute. Should be some quick gold there. I'd really hope to make a lot of gold and have like a few thousand gold when I did get some land, but at the moment it seems more like we're spending tons of gold on artifacts. Of course, we don't have to do that. Check if all our camp follower positions are filled out. They are. Is anyone willing to give me lots of gold? I guess there's a question of what lots of gold is, but we'll take some gold. Where are we going? Corellians. Wow, that is far up there, man. We'll see how this goes. What are you guys even complaining about? fair enough. I mean, it is a great brooch. Guess we'll go with the high percentage chance of everyone liking me more. That makes sense. Oh, so much gold spent on artifacts. Hopefully it'll be worth it over the long run. I mean, they're good artifacts, so I guess it's hard to complain too much. You any good? I guess. Looks like Wales did beat Alba. Denmark pushing down into Spain now. Guess there's no one. Can we just go straight for the capital and see how it goes? Looking to see if these kingdom titles even exist. Looks like a lot of them don't. Looks like we probably could go grab you. No, he's Dutch. Never mind. Those two are Norse, though. How strong are they? Yeah, he's kind of strong. Let's see. What do we want to do here? Almost thinking we're better off going back to wherever we were. Well, I guess I mean, we still have some time. Let's keep going up north a bit and then see what we can do in terms of becoming friends with Jarl Sigurd. Not Jarl Sigurd anymore, but don't think I've even seen that one before. Civilization for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's worth. I think I'm really starting to push it in terms of not having a wife or heir. Let's go do this contract just because I'm curious what it is actually. I don't think I've. Made some, nice brooches and artifacts, so I guess it's worth all the gold. Don't want to get rid of any of our courtiers or okay. I mean, that's a pretty nice one. Should probably start equipping some of these actually. Diplomacy on that one. For renown, almost always go blood to start with. It's just very powerful. It'll be even more powerful if we had an actual wife. Someday, maybe. I mean, she has pretty good stats. Obviously, her personality traits are lacking, particularly the fact that she's paranoid. At this point, I think I'm really pushing it too much to. Yeah, we're just gonna marry her. Not sure I'll be able to. Well, I guess so. Thought because of her paranoia I would not be able to romance her, but maybe I can. We'll do a few more contracts here and then keep heading up to Sigurd, snake in the eye. Again, try to become friends with him. I guess we could try sway. No, okay. Well, when we get there, we'll try swaying him, and basically just want him to like us as much as possible, since he's the guy we're going to be depending on to buy land from, most likely. See, how far away are we from 2 more years for university? Let's do another camp revelry. I think we are getting closer here to trying to get some land. It does look like Denmark is the sort of the winner here of the early game. Guess we could have her join. She does have a good learning stat. Of train knight contracts. I guess they're decent gold. And they're quite quick. I am confused. Okay. Not sure if that bugged out or what. The highest chance of success. All right, finally failed a contract. Not a very good bow, unfortunately. We'll go transcribe text. Probably the best use of our time. We're likely to make the most gold. Yep, quite a bit of gold there. Just got wounded. I don't really want to go to a grand tournament. Man, hopefully this is some good armor. It certainly will be expensive armor, whatever it is. So, I mean, I think this looks good. Hopefully we never become another adventurer again after we become landed, but in case we do, we will have this. Huh. That's interesting. Do we want to be legitimist? Again, I don't think it really fits with what we're trying to do here. You know, the adventurer bloodline really is the main reward there. See if anyone has lots of gold to give me. I doubt it, but you never know. Go up to Luneburg here and see if that's close enough to start swaying and interacting with Snake in the Eye. It is not. Might as well take this boundary dispute. Okay, that's good. I don't know I want to go that far away, frankly. So I want to stay here instead. Oh, I can't. Okay, I can't visit that because it's under siege. That's fine. Keep moving up toward Snake in the Eye. Still can't interact with him. Quickly do this contract, get some more gold. I think our next jump, let's just go to his holding. Pen our wife. So is this a contract that you are offering? It is indeed. Okay. Well, I wish I had some men-at-arms, but I don't. The men-at-arms are quite useful when it comes to those contracts, to maintain order. But we'll see about if I can get some men-at-arms by doing some contracts around here. Hopefully, that contract to fight corruption doesn't disappear; it stays around. Keep trying to get up to legendary figure. I guess diplomacy is worth a little bit of extra stress. Probably debatable. Alright, well, so the armor was expensive, but arguably worth it. Arguably. I think I should have generated contracts and so forth here before I took that, but okay, these are not good. Thought I would be able to get some, request something from this guy, but I guess not. Go down here. Need the experienced captains. Go with benevolent intent to try to sway King Sigurdur faster. Okay. Guess when he's not at war, we look about purchasing land. Yep, some traveling is fine. How expensive would it be? Oh. Really can't recruit too many men-at-arms. Yeah, could get some Varangian veterans and Huskarls. Yeah, quite expensive. See which one of these transport contracts pays more. They're both pretty even. And we will get some experienced captains, so we hopefully don't drown. Also be nice if we could have an heir. See some of the cities I founded of paying dividends. It's a question of how many more. Should I found another one? Or just let it go at this point? Not sure we get great returns on a fourth city. Could try it. And one of the parts of the cities is the amount of prestige you get is 2,000, which is obviously quite a lot, but we don't really. Now that we're maxed out on prestige, that's no longer as important. Just not finding good options for contracts up here. Huh. I guess we'll increase our diplomacy. Do this other escort contract. Guess we'll just keep going down this tree. Under, I guess. Alright, hopefully we can do this instructor of knights. Okay, good. Certainly don't want to fail on this one. Good. These knights are in quite bad shape. What's up with this guy? Wow, brutally mauled. Guess he's been doing a lot of fighting. Okay, so now I do have a weak hook on him. That's good. Is he still at war? He is at war. You should be able to easily beat those guys. think we'll take this contract, sure. It's a good bit of gold. So at this point, to some extent, we are really just waiting on Snake in the Eye to get done with his wars. And then we can see in terms of land, where we might be able to get land from him. Probably do some camp revelry or something to reduce our stress when we get back. See the cities we founded are paying some dividends. Would have been even better if they were paying more, but I guess that is what it is. Maybe we get some men-at-arms here. Hopefully we get something, okay. Hopefully we get something good, and we absolutely did, so that's great. Happy to have Varangian veterans. We'll get Huskarls. Okay, another more Varangian veterans is fine. We're not going to use our interaction with King Sigurdur. Let's see here, Camp Revelry. We could also go to the university, but definitely want to do Camp Revelry first to lose all the stress we can. Then we'll see where we are in terms of Mr. Snake in the Eye. He's about to win his war against Andalusia. And I think he'll be able to beat these peasants pretty easily. And then hopefully he'll be at peace, at least for enough. Time that I can talk to him. Just 2 days of, I don't think is enough cushion to get there. Okay, we will go to university now. Okay, finally, might have an heir. I mean, you're probably not going to live, I'm sorry. We could found a holding here, just don't know that it's really worth it. Certainly is worth it. Is university education. We'll have to see what we get here. Ideally, we would succeed and become a golden sovereign, but you just don't know. Again, just looking for to maximize our studiousness. We do have a quite high learning at 37. So hopefully we'll be able to win most of these challenges. See the cities we founded previously paying off their dividends there. Okay, we have some heirs, 2 heirs even, so that's good. Hopefully this succeeds. It did. Very close to 4. Be nice if we could get there, but probably not. There we go. Got lucky at the very last moment. But still did not get fortunately, still did not get Golden Sovereign. Alas. I think we'll go here because these depend on being friends and so forth. So we're probably not friends with most of our followers, so better just to have a straight aptitude increase instead of depending on friendship. Guess, oh, now did we miss it? Ah, well. We'll go ahead and found another one. This will be the last one, though. Almost certainly. All right, is he still at war? Hopefully not for much longer. Let's see here. Wow, yeah, he took Andalusia. Okay. We could go, but I'm more interested, I think, at this point in actually doing some contracts here. Just no luck in terms of getting good contracts. Maybe it's because they're tribal that they don't have as many stewardship and learning contracts, but I don't know. We'll take this tutor child one. That's a good chunk of gold there. I guess we could try this fight corruption contract. It's probably going to take us all over the world. I think once this contract is done, we will call it an episode. Now again, this could take quite a while. We're going to go on speed 5. I don't think there's any reason not to. I guess. This is a lot of gold if it works. Take the gold there. 99% chance. It's not the greatest night. Maybe it's worth having him though. Is she any good? Not really. All right, sir. Do you have any land you'd be interested in selling us? I don't know. I expected more. Where is Ypres up here? I guess it is the only land he holds. Huh, interesting that England is sort of, which I assume is, yeah, it was Wales, is intruded on that. So the problem is here, if I go to Ypres, which is, Flanders, I'm not going to be able to get any more land. I asked for invasion sponsorship was something that was only for legitimists, but maybe that's wrong. Guess so. Siege realm, really? Okay. Predicted difficulty easy. I am skeptical. I am very skeptical. I mean, I don't really think I want to get upland because it's, yeah, it's tribal. Development of 3 is quite poor. Is Alba still? No. Question there was Alba still a scourge conqueror, and they are not. We're 46. We don't have to. Do anything, get any land right at the moment. the other question is, so it looks like England unfortunately took a big chunk of the kingdom of Phrygia. I don't know that I'd be able to put together the rest of it. I mean, there's some chance I would be able to go and just take this over and immediately swear fealty to Denmark, I assume. I do think Denmark is more powerful than England. And then it's a question of whether England has what I'm looking for is if a realm has over, I believe it's 160 counties, you can attack its vassals. It's either 140 or 160. You can attack its vassals without the ultimate liege becoming involved. And so what I'm thinking is we could go take over Phrygia, which I think we'd be able to do since it's still Dutch. And then get the kingdom, so immediately pledge fealty to Denmark, then use that to get the kingdom of Phrygia, and have that be our base from which we expand. I don't think that's a bad idea. So refill our, that's a lot of expense there, but that's okay. I think what we'll do is just that. Yeah, well, we'll call this episode and then think about how we want to handle becoming landed. Yeah, I think our next episode very likely become landed. Things have gone relatively well here. Let's make sure I'm educating my children, at least the ones most likely to become my heirs. Hasn't necessarily gone ideal. Well, 3,000 gold's a good bit. I mean, we could probably keep stay landless for another decade or so and get even more gold. Again, the overall strategy here was to, by being landless, let the political situation sort itself out to the extent possible in terms of scourge conquerors taking over the map, and then have a lot of gold, get a good duchy, use our gold to build up that duchy economically, especially using our cultural traditions as the Dutch, either because we hold Dutch land or we hybridize with whatever culture. Use that to build trade ports early, build bigger trade ports, get the industrious cultural tradition, build windmills early, basically build up our economic base as early as possible, use that to build up an army and sort of mitigate some of the issues with starting in 867, where as the player you're not as advanced in terms of the innovations as in the other two dates. We talked about the first episode how that really hurt, the lack of innovations really hurts the player more than the AI at this level. And so that's the overall idea. I think we'll probably be executing on that next episode, or maybe we'll decide next episode that it's best just to stay landless for a while, see how England and Denmark sorts out. But anyway, that's sort of the general plan, or at least the potential for plan. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And I hope to see you for the next one. Thanks very much. Bye.